What do you remember most about your teen years?
The boners.
John Wolanske, John Kovacevich, John and John web series.
Hey!
Hey, where are you dialing in from? Look at you.
This is the teen years, so I went back to high school, the halls of my high school.
Class is in session.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? You've never looked better. Please tell me that that jacket can button.
It cannot. This is my jean jacket from when I was a teenager.
Wow.
It's a little small, and I cannot feel my chest at all. So,
It's like you're vacuum sealed into your memories.
and it smells like teen spirit. It really does. So we did an episode back in January. That was our New Year's resolution episode. And we had one main resolution, which was to do an episode, at least one other episode in 2022. There are now 3 days left in 2022. So we're getting it right under the wire here.
You did it.
And our topic is the teen years because when in January, I was a few weeks away from becoming the father of a teenager.
Yeah.
I've been a teen dad for about a year now.
We've called you teen dad for 7 or 8 years. How's it going? How's year one been?
Well, as you might imagine, I'm great at it. I think I just really get the teens.
What's that look like around the house?
I don't know. I haven't seen my teen daughter in about 11 months. She's mainly in her room with the door closed. I will say I am really glad I'm not a teenager now. It's hard to be a teenager now, harder than when we were a teenager, I think.
Does she have social media? Does she have her own phone?
Yeah, she has her own phone. We're not Amish, John. You have to have a phone.
I don't know. I look at that jacket. Takes me to Pennsylvania.
She does have a phone. She's not on social media. Well, that I know. I mean, who knows? She's probably selling fentanyl out of her bedroom. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the kids do now.
Yeah, that's what they all do. Are you in a position of having to act cool to connect with her? Like, do you text her, like, what up? Coming to dinner? To dinner?
With the number two?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. You basically replace as many words as possible with numbers. That's the key. She's a great teenager, and I'm very lucky. I am 100% serious, though. I think it's a lot more difficult to be a teenager now than it used to be. When I was worried that we were not going to actually ever get to recording a teen episode, you know those AI chat bots that are all the rage now?
Yes.
I actually asked one of them to just write this episode for us. In case we never got to it, we could just have the robots do it for us. I think we should read the script that it actually spit out for us. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just so curious at how accurate this technology is in terms of nailing our voice and our pattern.
I think it nailed our voice. The prompt that I put into the robot was write a short web series script about Jon Kovacevich and Jon Wolanske talking about the teen years. And then I guess what it does is it searches the internet and it finds everything you've done and I've done. And then it just sort of like analyzes our personality and then it creates a dialogue between the two of us. And it really gets under your skin. It really finds out who you are as a person, I think.
I'm so excited.
All right, here we go. Interior living room day. Jon and John are sitting on a couch facing each other. So, John, what was it like for you growing up as a teenager?
It was definitely a roller coaster. I went through a lot of changes and experienced a lot of new things.
Yeah, same here. I remember being really unsure of myself and trying to figure out who I was and what I wanted in life.
Definitely. And the pressure to fit in and be like everyone else was huge. It was hard to be true to myself sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely struggled with that too. But looking back, I think those struggles ended up shaping me into the person I am today.
Definitely. And I think it's important to remember that it's okay to not have everything figured out in your teen years. It's a time of growth and discovery.
Absolutely. And it's important to be kind to ourselves and others during that time. It's not easy, but it's worth it in the end.
Definitely. Thanks for chatting with me about it, John.
No problem, John. It's always good to reflect and remember our teen years. Fade to black.
I don't know if you could say it better than that.
I think that's good ep, right?
Great app.
I think that's it.
I never realized how often I use the term definitely.
Apparently, you say it a lot because every one of your lines starts with definitely.
Definitely.
So I do have some other backgrounds because my teen years weren't all about school. It was also about hanging out at the mall.
Okay.
Do you remember malls from the 1980s?
Get your shopping done, get your socializing done, sometimes have a snack. You'd see a crime in progress. There would often be a bird or two flying inside. You could see nature. Malls were just the hive of everyone's activity.
Got dropped off at the mall. You get an orange Julius.
Get your steps in. That was when we got our steps in before it was even a thing.
The only other place I went besides school and the mall was the roller rink.
The roller rink.
The roller rink.
Of course.
There was a period of time, every birthday party, you would go to the roller rink and you would think about that person you wanted to do the couple skate with
Yes.
during the Journey song or the Foreigner song. And you would try to get up the teen courage to ask that person to roller skate with you.
Did you have your same game show hair back when you were a teen? You're just like a smaller version of you.
I'll make an admission about my teen hair in a minute. I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
Your voice broke.
I know. It's a real emotional time when I think about
I'm
it.
sorry about that. I didn't go to a lot of roller rinks when I was a teen. It was more like about the bike. A lot of alone time. We had a pond in the back of our house. I would go and ride back there, and
You had a pond in your backyard?
not literally in the backyard. It was, our yard. There was a slope, a lot of trees, and then there was a pond that, the whole community used.
Most of your teen years were spent biking around the pond.
I mean, that was one of the hobbies.
That's not a euphemism, right?
Literally biking around the pond, getting a flat. That's not a euphemism. Pumping tires. That's not a euphemism. That might be a euphemism.
Well, I actually happen to have a photo of you from your teen years.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it up here on the screen.
Look at that.
Look at that. Is this a prom picture? Is that your prom date? Or
That's my mother.
oh, the question still applies. Was that your prom date?
No, she had better offers. This is how old is I? Maybe 13, 14. Really liked a rugby shirt back then.
And stripes are slimming.
Slimming on some people, yeah. They sort of hugged my curves and announced them more loudly.
Is that a pocket right there on your nipple there? Is that little opening?
It's either a pocket or a tear.
Got it. Got it. That white little bit might be your skin underneath there.
Just like, what a happy kid, though. I mean, clearly, you can just stare into my eyes. You can see there's just like a world of promise and a spark in the eyes that is still there.
And those glasses,
Harry Potter style.
but bigger.
Yes, everything on me was bigger. Everything like just became larger when I put it on.
Engorgio glasses. Engorgio self.
You must have a photo from your teen years, no?
Yeah. Okay. This is me from when I was a teenager,
Oh,
high school.
knew how to spin a basketball, clearly.
I did. Well, I was a member of the Wildcats. I'm going to confess something. This is not me, John.
Not?
No, this is Zac Efron
Zac Efron.
from High School Musical.
Yes, you often get mistaken for Zac Efron.
When I was 13, I was in 8th grade. I just today, because I knew you were going to ask, I said, I got to dig up a picture of me from 8th grade. And so I got out my 8th grade yearbook, and here it is.
Get out of here. It looks like you're hiding something.
There's a lot going on here. To start with the members only jacket.
What were you a member of?
Not much. I was not a member of many things at 13. But John, I have a perm in this photo. I still went to my mom's hairdresser to get my hair cut. And I went in with a picture of David Bowie. And I said, give me this haircut. And David Bowie had sort of a permed thing up here and then sort of shaved sides. But my mom's hairdresser didn't understand why, if you're going to do a perm, you just perm the whole head.
You said David Bowie and the hairdresser thought David Cassidy?
There are not many photos of that time, but this is one of them.
Precious keepsake. Were you posing for something? It feels like you were busted.
These were like the 8th grade superlative photos, most likely to be in a prison, most outrageous.
And what were you voted most likely to?
I think I was voted most humorous.
Huh. Not funniest, most humorous.
sort of the Dick Cavett of 8th grade at that time. A wry humorist, not a funny man. So this was 13. This was when I was a senior.
Look at that guy. That's barely the same person.
He really blossomed in 4 years. So that was the difference between 13 and 17. This was my senior yearbook photo. I went to Chess King at the mall the night before the photo, and I bought this sweater because I thought this sweater was the coolest thing. And my mother begged me not to wear it in the senior photo.
Yeah. What's happening with that sweater? It looks like it's falling apart. Like a moth got to it.
Those are stripes. Those are not holes. Those are stripes that are woven in the height of fashion in 1987.
That pink skin, pink as gum.
Pink as gum. Yeah, teen skin is so nice.
Careful, let's not pull that quote out, put it anywhere.
Yeah. It's funny now I'm sort of nostalgic for how carefree those years were.
They were carefree and also boring.
Yeah.
There were huge stretches of time just being completely bored. Just sitting on my front porch, just like literally looking down the street for the next car.
I sort of missed that boredom because this was before social media and before the internet. I read a lot more and I'd listen to music or like talk to my friends on the phone. I sometimes get sort of nostalgic for how much simpler it was back then. And that's why I wouldn't want to be a teenager today. Like there's just so much coming at them. There's so many distractions and I just think it's harder to be bored.
You would call people? Like you just call people at night on the home phone and be like, what's up?
I would call my friends or the girl I was interested in and
really
chat with them on the phone and stuff.
Just in a friendly way, like, hey, what's up? You're not dating. You just call this girl to what? Charm her?
Just to talk, John.
What were those conversations like?
In my early teens, I was still doing junior theater and stuff. And so like I would talk to the other theater kids and we'd call each other and talk on the phone and
wait.
Cool stuff like that.
And what, role play? Talk about what?
No, we wouldn't role play. We'd talk as ourselves. We weren't like, you be an elf and I'll be a wizard. No, we talked as like teen kids to each other.
Just to get to know each other better as club members?
As friends.
Was that the club? Was that the members only jacket? Did everyone have one?
You're making it sound lame, but it was really, really cool.
I think you're doing a good enough job. You're making it sound as cool as we know it probably was.
At one point in my teen years, I got a phone in my room and I got my own phone number.
What's the number? You remember?
I want to say 872-4704. Don't call that, web series fans.
Do not call.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
You know what? When I was little, though, our home phone number was 871-TURD. And we didn't realize it, but then one day somebody called and goes, "Is this 871-TURD?" and hung up. And then my mom got mad, and then she looked at the phone. She's like, "Oh, our phone number is 871."
And you kept it. You kept
it. Well,
right?
We kept it. Yeah. Would you give it up?
No.
The teen years.
It is so far in our memory, given our advanced age. I'm glad that we remember the really intense feelings, the really intense boners, the really intense emotional boners.
I feel like you remember more about the boners than I do.
But I'm glad it's way far behind us. Aren't you?
It was a magical time, and I'm glad it's in the rearview mirror. I can't wait until you're a teen dad, too, and we can compare teen dad notes.
It won't be long. You might have to send me some of your notes.
There's a pretty good chance I'll be dead before you're a teen dad, but maybe I'll write a letter to the future teen dad, John Wolanske, and mail it to you so you can open it when you become a teen dad.
That would be great. I would appreciate that.
John.
Good
app?
Good app. Great to see you. Thanks for remembering that this was our resolution.
I don't even think we should talk about the next episode because the chances of us really doing another episode are 50-50.
At best. Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Happy New Year to our viewers.
Oh, hey, we got to do the thing because we usually do the music on the way out. So we got to do the dance thing on the way out. Is this how you used to dance at the teen dances?
It was a lot of like shoulder stuff, like no foot movement, but a lot of this.
We still got it.
Whatever it is, yeah. We still got it.
John Wolanske and Jon Kovacevich are making a web series, and this is the web series that they are making. The web series from Jon Kovacevich and John Wolanske.